Well, nice to see you, Miranda. So, okay, here we go. Where do we start with all this?
So, when you are going to do container gardening, the first place to start is finding the right container. So when you're going to be growing your vegetables, you want to have a bigger container, probably 5 gallons to be the minimum. So growing vegetables in containers, I would recommend tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, zucchini, squash, eggplants, lettuce, and multiple different kinds of herbs. Those really thrive in containers. My personal favorite to use as a container is a 5-gallon bucket, actually, because they are the perfect size, and they work for all of the vegetables that I just mentioned.
Okay.
That's cool.
So let's talk a little bit, about picking that perfect spot to make sure that all of that hard work, it doesn't go to waste.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, anywhere in your backyard or on a porch or on a deck or anything like that, as long as it's an open area, that gets full sun. And when I say full sun, I mean 6 hours of direct sunlight a day, and all of the vegetables that I mentioned earlier are full sun vegetables.
So, Miranda, I have to ask because my wife is going to be doing this. Have you heard of people using hay to help grow the vegetables, especially the tomatoes?
Well, you can always lay hay on the top or sometimes on the bottom, depending, because what it'll do is it'll help with drainage. So one of the most important things with container gardening is making sure that you have proper drainage in your container. So if you are like me and use a 5-gallon bucket, it's important to drill holes in the bottom of your bucket and then put hay or rocks in the bottom, and then I put some landscaping fabric over the top. Otherwise, if you buy a container that already has the tray and the drainage holes in it, then you don't need to do that per se. So yes, definitely helping with drainage and all of that. Also with container gardening, you're going to need to water it a little bit more because it doesn't have that full ground cover as you would in a traditional garden.
Okay, and just real quick, what would you say is maybe like the biggest mistake that people make, or one of the biggest?
Not enough dirt or using the wrong dirt.
Okay.
So at Blain's, we sell specific raised bed soil because it has certain nutrients that you need to add into your containers to make sure that your vegetables are getting the proper nutrients and all that they need to grow nice, big, and strong throughout the whole summer.